Dakota Fox News at 9. Strong words from the president warning China to cut ties with North Korea. Plus, a holiday gift that's giving an unusual and creepy message. But first, wild weather in West Dakota. Dangerous winds whip northern states with temperatures continuing to fall.
This is West Dakota Fox News at 9 with Molly Martinez and meteorologist Henry Blakes. Your first news of the night starts right now on West Dakota Fox News at 9.
Good evening, I'm Molly Martinez. We begin tonight with the Arctic blast. The effects of the sub-zero temperatures can be seen all over the region. A water main cracked today in Bismarck due to the cold. And northern states across the country are digging themselves out of feet of snow. This is in Watertown, New York. The highs today peaked at 0, and the biting cold is expected through the new year. In Erie, Pennsylvania, a record-breaking storm dumps more than 5 feet of powder. The snowfall began on Christmas Eve and has not let up. 34 inches fell on Christmas Day alone, shattering the record for any single day in Erie. And it's not over yet. More snow is expected to blanket the region tonight. To give you a better idea of just how much snow has fallen, this time-lapse video was taken from the top of a building in downtown Erie. The recording starts Christmas Eve, and you can see the city slowly disappear under the heavy snow. Just as the roads are plowed, another round of snow cakes the city streets. Like we said before, residents are wading through more than 5 feet. And since it's so cold, it's going to continue to accumulate. Over in New Hampshire, the bitterly cold temperatures made short work of a pot of boiling water. Check it out. The second the boiling water hits the air, it turns to snow. This is in Mount Washington. The thermostat clocked in at negative 34 degrees. On top of that, the mountain is being whipped by hurricane-force winds. Time now to check with meteorologist Henry Blakes to see how we're faring here in the region.
Faring pretty good for the time being, but that second round of Arctic air comes in tonight and tomorrow.
Thank you, Henry. Yes, it's cold out, but not that cold. Mandan High School marquee malfunctioned this morning. Morton County tweeted this photo. It says it was 196 degrees below zero. By the time we arrived, it was reading correctly at a mere 7 below. Seems almost warm. Not 196 below, but records of new lows are coming in across the country. And as temperatures fall, the dangers rise. According to the National Weather Service, spending just 10 minutes in this extreme cold can result in frostbite. Reporter Mike Tobin has more from Chicago.
From broken pipes to spikes in emergency medical calls, a wave of life-threatening cold weather is now causing problems across the northern U.S.
When I left home this morning, it was minus 40 on my thermometer.
While some people are trying to have fun and make the best of the extreme weather, it is also triggering hypothermia and frostbite warnings.
It feels like your skin is going to be on fire. It hurts after you're out there for a little while.
The Arctic blast is delivering wind chill alerts and temperatures as low as 37 below zero, a new record low in International Falls, Minnesota, Thursday.
I was kind of hoping my vehicle wouldn't start so I could stay home, but it started.
Meanwhile, in Chicago, it's been tough going for first responders. In one area, a car hit a fire hydrant, triggering a large flood and an icy mess spanning several city blocks. In another neighborhood, a fire truck got stuck in the ice while responding to a house fire. Now officials are urging people to stay indoors and to check on the elderly during this extreme cold.
Extreme weather is more than an inconvenience. It remains a serious and potentially life-threatening event.
The extreme weather is now affecting half of the country. In upstate New York, firefighters were forced to use a payloader to rescue a woman trapped in her home by 6 feet of snow. In Chicago, Mike Tobin, Fox News.
This extreme cold has proven to be a nightmare for homeowners. In North Dakota alone, there have been reports of hundreds of broken furnaces and frozen pipes. Reporter Maddie Jelseth did some digging today and found out a little preparation can help you avoid costly fixes. Even if your heat is working, some low and fixed income households can't really afford to crank it up. The Department of Human Services is reminding people that help is available through low-income home energy assistance programs. The federally funded program pays a portion of the home heating cost for qualifying households. Older adults, people with disabilities, and families with children under 5 are the primary groups assisted. Eligibility is based on the number of people in the home, combined income, and type of heat source. To qualify, you can earn less than $46,000 a year for a family of 3. Contact your social service officer for more information. The deadline to apply is May 31st. Last year, more than 12,000 households qualified. In health news, you can expect the flu to make headlines this winter around the nation and here at home. Last year, the week before Christmas, there were 87 cases of the flu reported in North Dakota. This year, the state health department says there are 709 cases. This year's vaccine does not seem to be a good match for the most common circulating strain. In terms of battles of the Christmas displays, one home is a clear frontrunner. But now they're being told to tone it down. The Chmielewski Christmas Corner brings hundreds of people every night during the holidays to visit the display. This week, they had a neighbor complain, and now they might have to shut down. Daniela Hurtado has that story.
The Chmielewski Christmas Corner brings lights, displays, and cars. Lots of cars.
We didn't know it was affecting the neighbors the way it was until now. We always thought that everyone enjoyed it, which we completely understand why they're frustrated. The traffic does get really intense out here.
A neighbor of the family says she's moving away. Darlene has spent 4 Christmases in the neighborhood and says she didn't see the traffic situation getting better. That's the reason she says she decided to move. But many people say there are solutions to this problem.
Whether it be directing traffic or standing at the corner with a crossing guard sign with the stop sign saying, okay, everybody stop so these people can cross the street.
The Chmielewskis hope they can stay open, but if they do close, they say it will only be for a year or 2. For West Dakota Fox News at 9, I'm Daniela Hurtado.
The family will decide what to do with the Christmas Corner moving forward this weekend. They apologize for the harassment their neighbors have received about the post and their potential closure on Facebook. In legal news, a Minot judge has agreed to lower the bond for a man charged in a series of crimes in January of 2016. Bond for 25-year-old Havantes Barnes was set at $1 million. It's now $250,000. Prosecutors say Barnes assaulted a woman, fired several shots at an apartment complex, tried to rob a supermarket, and shot a paralyzed man. An accomplice has already pleaded guilty to robbery and has been sent to prison. A Williston man has been charged with aggravated assault following a fight with a woman in a car. Police say they arrested 40-year-old Josiah Wilder on Tuesday after investigating a call from the hospital. Police said the woman had bruising and swelling on her face, and hospital workers said she suffered facial fractures. She told police Wilder had knocked her out. Coming up, a bloody week in Afghanistan after back-to-back bombings. We'll explain. Welcome back. Strong words for China from President Trump today as the U.S. continues to push back against North Korea's attempt to develop their nuclear missile program. Fox News correspondent Lauren Blanchard has more from Washington. At least 40 people are dead following a brutal string of terror attacks in Afghanistan. Today, dozens of injured citizens are being treated at a Kabul hospital. Police say suicide bombers stormed a Shiite Muslim cultural center, setting off 3 explosions. The 2-story center is surrounded by housing for some of the city's poorest residents. The Islamic State group called responsibility for the deadly attack. Back stateside, of Alabama Republican Roy Moore's challenge to Senate election results is being shot down. A few hours ago, state officials certified the election results, declaring Democrat Doug Jones the winner. This after an effort by Moore to have the election results invalidated. Today, election officials announced Jones's margin of error has actually increased since the first count on December 12th. Moore claims he is the victim of voter fraud. Speaking of elections, several members of the Turtle Mountain Band of Chippewa have filed an amended lawsuit challenging North Dakota's voter identification laws. Governor Doug Burgum signed a bill in April that reworked the ID laws after tribal members sued. Before 2013, a voter could sign an affidavit attesting to his or her eligibility to vote, but the legislature removed that provision. The new law would allow those who don't have proper ID to cast a ballot is set aside until voters' eligibility is confirmed. The new complaint maintains that the law remains a form of voter suppression. Time now for the best part of the show. Time to take a check-in with meteorologist Henry Blakes.
Yeah, under the circumstances, I don't know if I consider this the best part of the show.
Well, it's a few days after Christmas, and some people around the nation are reporting that one of their gifts could be possessed. According to reports by Wired, researchers have found that some Sonos and Bose speakers could have vulnerabilities, allowing them to be hacked. People who have the speakers say they're hearing eerie sounds like babies crying or glass breaking. The defect could be prevalent in as many as 5,000 Sonos speakers and as many as 500 Bose devices. I don't know, Henry, maybe it's just the ghost of Christmas past.
Probably so, but hey, we'll be talking about snow as we wake up in the morning, especially across the south and the west. bitterly cold over the weekend, but by New Year, things are so much better.
All right, thank you, Henry. We'll see you tomorrow.